What is up, Aquarius? Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. It's your girl, LP, the Spiritual G. It's been a while. I took a break from doing readings, but I am back to bring messages from Source. And if you are new here, let me just go quickly over the rundown. These are general messages. They're not going to resonate with everyone. If this message resonates with you, that is amazing. If it does not, that is all right. Let it fly and let somebody that it does resonate with pick it up instead. All right, so just to clarify, again, general reading. I don't focus on love, career, anything in particular. I bring general messages from Source and I focus on what they basically tell me or what they show me. So let's get started. Spirit, what energy is surrounding Aquarius gang at this time? Energy surrounding the collective of Aquarius, please and thank you. And this is for major placements in Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising generally, but if you have a lot of Aquarius placements, you may also resonate with this message. High Priestess of Air in your element with cycles appearing underneath here. All right, so we're starting off in your air energy. Let's see what tarot messages pop up. So you might be feeling light and airy. You might be feeling like going with the flow. You might be feeling like, you know, your mental agility. Oh, and I say mental, the Page of Swords pops out first. So you might be feeling, you know, there's a overthinking element to the Page of Swords. As you can see, there's like, you know, a bunch of hands trying to, well, if you can see that properly, there's a bunch of hands trying to grab at the figure in the picture. So you might be feeling a little over mental, like abundance of mental stimulation, maybe a little too much, maybe slightly out of balance. We'll find out. What else for my Aquarius collective, please? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. But we're going to take more. All right. The more that pops out, well, actually, let's put this on top. So we have King of Pentacles, followed by 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands. What else for Aquarius? Ooh. 9 of Wands. Okay. Y'all are building your empire. You may feel like you need to protect it. Understandably so. 7 of Wands. Very defensive energy. We're going to dive into that a little bit more. Knight of Swords. It's getting more and more defensive as we go along. All right, but the 4 of Wands, I mean, it landed on its side, but I usually take that as an upright anyway, but we're definitely going to get a clarify for that. On the underside, we have the Ace of Baskets, which is the Ace of Cups in traditional tarot. So make a note of that. All right, but right off the bat, I do feel like an air of like mental agility, but again, with a slight air of overthinking. So there might be some anxiety around your thoughts, but it's nothing, I don't sense anything too bad until we come to the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, because that's very defensive energy. As you can see in the depictions, you know, she got her gun, but she also got her, what is that, the Bible? I believe that's the Bible. And we have an alligator head here fighting off 6 wands. So, you know, you might feel like you're in a fight or flight position right now. And with the high priestess of air energy, maybe more flight with a little bit of fight. All right. But the Knight of some may resonate more with the reverse to that. Some may be more in fight, less in flight. All right. So take that as it resonates. we have the Knight of Swords energy here, which has an air of defenseness as it is. We go from the Page of Swords to the Knight of Swords. So communication surrounding you right now may be a little blunt, maybe a little cutting, it may be a little defensive, but it seems like you have something that's rather important for you to defend, because in the center here we have the king, again, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. There's a lot of Wands energy here, so the only air energy is the Page and the Knight of Swords, but that's more in terms of like communication. So your communication, again, may be a little blunt at this time. You may want to watch that. You may want to be careful of being too blunt and defensive, but I feel like that's just the energy you're in. You may feel like you're building something here. You're in this sense with the Three of Wands, you're seeking a direction that is going to bring you financial stability and success. So that's something to defend. So you may be in the right, but if it's out of balance, Spirit would probably be nudging you to bring it back into balance. And with the Ace of Cups energy at the bottom, be a little more emotionally intelligent in your conversations. All right, now the Four of Wands, again, it did want to land on its side, so you may be feeling a little off balance here, but it is my 1111 card, so, you know, home and matters of the home and stability regarding the home may be of top priority here, especially with the King of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles appearing. Like, you may be feeling like you need to protect home at this time, or whatever feels like home to you. It may not be an actual place, maybe just more of an energy that you feel like you need to protect at this time. But I'm going to get a couple of clarifiers and see what we got. I'm going to clarify pretty much everything except for this middle part here with the King, because that feels pretty straightforward. Got your mind on your money and your money on your mind and the direction you're going in. That's like the primary, like, main focus. Let's get a clarifier for Page of Swords, please. Clarifier for the Page of Swords. Ooh, slippery. Oh, okay. The Hangman. All right. I'm going to get the rest of the clarifiers before I get back into it. Nine of Swords clarifier, please. The Fool. All right. Seven of Wands clarifier, please. Ace of Cups again. Okay. Knight of Swords clarifier, please. Okay. The Hermit and the Four of Wands clarifier, please. Four of Cups. Okay. So that with the Page of Swords appearing on the bottom again with the Ten of Wands. All right. So yeah, there's this energy of feeling like, you know, a little overwhelmed, possibly when it comes to like work matters or career, financial matters. Like, you really feel like you need to protect something, you know, in that sector right now. All right. But the energy surrounding it is a little conflicting. All right. Because with the Page of Swords here, we have the Hangman. So however you're communicating or however, you know, direction you feel pulled in, it doesn't feel like it's conducive to where you want to be. Like, Spirit may be telling you to take a beat with the Hangman, to just like kind of like dial back and just like be an observer, right? Because even though the Page of Swords is about communication, swords in general is about, you know, mental agility, intelligence, air energy. The Hangman indicates just like kind of slowing down and just like being an observer. And in this card, it illustrates, you know, an observant kind of energy, which, you know, you might be feeling like you're being pulled at from different directions, but it doesn't mean you have to go along with that energy. You could just be the observer and just kind of like, you know, take an outside look of things. All right. And with this 9 of Wands clarified by the Fool, your defensiveness may be on the foolish side. It may be like you're being overly defensive of what you feel like you need to protect at this time. You may feel like you need to protect a position that you're in, or a place in your life that you're, you know, trying to, or accomplishments that you're trying to, you know. It just feels very defensive, but not a very base, like it's a baseless kind of defensive. Like it's not very grounded. All right. Because the Fool energy, in combination with the Knight of Wands, it's not very grounded energy. Like you have very grounded energy in the center here. And I feel like that's what you're trying to get to. You're trying to get there, but everything around you is kind of like deterring you from that right now. All right, now let's move down to the 7 of Wands clarified by the Ace of Cups again. You may be defending yourself from what feels like, you know, emotional, or what's the word? Like connections or conversations that are emotional in nature. You may feel defensive against that. Like vulnerability is not very strong with you right now. You're not feeling very vulnerable. You're not feeling like, you know, you can open up really. Okay, but Spirit is encouraging you to do so. And with the Knight of Swords clarified by the Hermit, like you may want to take some time to really think about how you're communicating with people right now, how you're coming across, or how you're really like thinking about a situation. All right, because there may be some lessons you need to learn here before you can get into this grounded energy, before you can really evolve into this grounded energy. All right, so moving on to the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. Yeah, again, like the 4 of Cups is really not a very emotional card. It's not a very emotionally intelligent card. It's actually a card that lacks empathy and apathy. All right, so you may be lacking these things, or there may be a lot of this air energy where you feel like you need to, you know, fight or flight again, but I really don't feel like there's grounds for this. Like you're in a defensive position, but it doesn't feel fully justified here. In some cases, it may be. You may have, you know, again, something that you're trying to build that you feel needs defending, but I don't know, there's this energy around everything around this is saying that, you know, there are things you need to look out for in terms of like how you're dealing with situations, how you're dealing with people, you know, how defensive you're being, how you're communicating, that kind of thing, and showing empathy. All right. And being more grounded, because it doesn't feel nor look like there's much groundedness here currently. It looks like that's what you're trying to get to. All right. I don't feel any like real solutions here yet. I feel like you're still in the process of trying to figure this out. So this is like a to be continued, but let's see what angel messages want to come out for my Aquarius game. Healing energy. Yeah, it feels like there's some healing that needs to take place here. And it feels like you're in this process. Like the Hermit energy can be very healing, but on top of the Knight of Swords, it's like you're not there yet. It's like you still have some steps to take before you can embrace the full aspect of the healing that you need to do. With on the bottom here, we have take a step back. So yeah, you may want to take a step back and again be an observer. Like you may feel like this is a time to take action, because the Page of Swords is an action type of card as well as the Knight of Swords. But on to clarify both of these cards, we have less active cards and more observer. Hangman, observer. Hermit, observer. Both from a learning and a, you know, wiser point of view. Like you may want to take a step back so you can gain some clarity and wisdom about how you need to proceed, and, you know, the things you need to heal from, because there's a lot of, like, you know, energy here that there's some healing that needs to happen. All right. And with cycles appearing at the beginning here on underneath the Wisdom of Night deck, it's like, you know, whatever cycle you're in is requiring you to open yourself up again more emotionally, with the Ace of Cups appearing here twice. You need some healing emotional energy here. All right. And where you get that from, that's really up to you, because there's different ways of healing. Okay. But it's like you have yet to figure out your way, like how you need to heal. All right, let's see what spirit animal message. Mastery, yeah. Eagle, your eagle card, Mastery, says you are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Yeah, there's potential for a lot of wisdom here and a lot of mastery. At the center of this, again, we have the King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. Like, the potential for mastery is here, but everything surrounding it, it's like, whether it be distractions, whether it be, you know, like you feeling like you're being tugged in different directions, whether you feel like people are coming at you the wrong way, whether you feel like you need to be defensive, all of this is taking into account that the healing that you need to do and the self-mastery you need to focus on. All right, because with this, it says, let go of the past and soar. You may be holding on to things that no longer serve you, you know, so it's like the Spirit is encouraging you to forgive yourself, forgive the other person only because, you know, that's beneficial to yourself. Like, forgiveness does not mean that, you know, you forgive and completely forget. No, because you definitely don't want to be back in the same situation. But to at least relieve yourself of, you know, the pain or whatever trauma is attached to situations that require healing. All right. And on the underside, you have Snow Leopard, which is for self-reliance. It says you are strongly independent and often solitary, like the Hermit. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Like, I feel like there's a lot of this healing journey that you're either going to have to do by yourself or you're going to feel lonely through. Like, it's not for everybody to join you on this journey of healing. Okay. There's some things that you're going to have to figure out for yourself. And with the Fool here, that's like, you know, that's a new energy. That's starting from a new point of view, you know, taking the first steps into this healing journey. So it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel new. And because, you know, the Ace of Cups is also new, and you have that twice here, indicating that, you know, you need emotional healing. You need to reevaluate some things that will allow, you know, you to undergo this healing. All right. So Aquarius, that's pretty much what message that Spirit has for you. You know, focus on self-mastery, focus on healing, focus on, you know, not being so defensive, and focus on communicating in a more loving way. All right. And take a step back from anything that makes you feel like being defensive. All right. And yeah, I'll be back with another reading sooner than later. I'll be opening up for personal readings soon, so look out for those updates. And for now, I'm sending you guys love and light, and I will see you soon.